Good morning, friends, and welcome to Kani's Kitchen in the morning itself. Today, I've decided to show you guys a breakfast recipe that I'm preparing for my kids. It's called Charlie's Egg in a Hole. Why this name is basically this recipe was inspired from a book that I was reading my children, and the book is called Charlie and the Baby. So my kids love this recipe. They loved it. They love it each time that I make it for them. So I've decided to show you guys this recipe so that you can make it for your little ones as well, and they will really enjoy it. Okay, very simple ingredients, and it can be made very quickly. Now, I'm using this walnut bread today, wholemeal. I normally use wholemeal bread at my home. It's better if you can get a bread that is slightly thicker like this. All right, do not use the thin ones. The thin ones will not it will not work in this recipe. Okay, and then you will need eggs depending on how many toast you're doing, margarine or butter, and then pepper, and you will need like a biscuit cutter, or in my case I'm just using this to make the hole. Okay, so let's get started on how this dish is prepared. So now the first thing that we're going to do, we are actually going to apply the margarine to the bread toast. Okay, so as you can see, I've already applied the butter. Okay, do not be stingy with the margarine or butter. Just apply it as much as you can. The more flavor. Okay, and after this, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a hole in the center of this bread. If you have a biscuit cutter, very good, but I don't, so I'm just using this. Okay, or any sort of small circle object that you're just able to make a hole in it. All right. Okay, so as you can see, I have already removed the middle portion of the bread, but we're not going to waste it, we're going to use it, so keep it aside. Okay, and now just prepare yourself a small saucepan where we are going to actually toast the bread. Okay, so right now I have already heated up the pan. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of butter into the pan. Let the margarine get melted a little. And once the pan is hot enough, we are going to toast the bread. Okay, so the pan looks heated up. I'm going to now, so turn it face down where we have applied the margarine. Okay. And we are going to toast this till it becomes a little golden brown. Okay, so it has been a couple of minutes already, so we can turn it over right now. So you see it has turned a little golden brown itself already. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to crack the egg, but before that we'll just add a little bit of butter again into the middle of the bread like this, and then we're going to crack the egg right now. So we have to do this very gently because we do not want the egg to break. Use a smaller egg for this recipe so that it will be enough. It will be able to fit into the bread. And then we are going to season it with the pepper and salt. So I'm using freshly grounded black pepper here. If you don't have it, you can always use the normal pepper as well. Go ahead to add a little bit of butter on the outer side of the bread as well, so that it will get more crispier. Okay, so now once the egg is cracked, we are going to close it with a lid and let it cook for a couple of minutes. And just a small reminder, make sure your flame is at a very slow, take it to the slow heat, not very high heat, alright, so that we do not want the bread to actually get burned up, because this needs time to cook. So make sure it's at low. Okay, so as you can see, the egg has cooked really very well already. It must be a little runny, unless if your children does not like runny eggs, then you can cook them fully. But my kids love runny eggs, so I'm going to leave them at this portion. So we can just slip it up. Okay, and so here you have it, my friends. This is Charlie's egg in a whole bread. Do try this in your home with your children and leave me a comments. If you like it, do give it a thumbs up as well. And again, I forgot one part of it. The last bit of the bread that we did earlier on, just toast it as well, side down, and then you can just add it to the bread on the top. Okay, so enjoy this recipe and do leave me a comment. Thank you. Have a good day.